Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. So, today we're going to be looking at some gameplay from you guys. I have two clips here. It's going to be a little different. I don't know. I'm hoping this turns out well, but it's not going to be me playing this time. It's going to be gameplay submitted from you guys, and you guys are going to watch it. I'm going to make some comments about it. So, yeah, that's what this is going to be about. So, yeah, this is like a new format for me. Usually, I'm just doing gameplay, but this is a little different. But hopefully, you guys will like this. We'll see how it goes. Our first gameplay is from Tempo Rogue, and this is an Oni game, so we're going to take a look at this. And I'm just going to be commenting about what's happening, his build, his strategies, what he does. And I have two gameplays, by the way. So this is the first one. Let me open chat real quick before we begin. 1 second. Hang on, that's an ad. I'm waiting for this to open up. Okay, great. So yeah, we're gonna take a look at this, and I have some notes because I already looked at this video. I have notes. I've made my own decisions about what I'm gonna say and stuff. But there's gonna be like some thoughts on the fly as well about what's happening. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it's I love the dark theme. I have to have dark theme on all my devices. I cannot stand pure white. But anyway, all right, let's do this. Okay, so we're just gonna let that play here. All right, so, and I'm going to be pausing it sometimes. I'll be pausing it so I can make comments. So we can see right here, this is his build. And I think it looks okay. I think this is a pretty standard Oni build. You got Infectious Fright. You can apply pressure after you down someone with Blood Fury. It's really useful. Ruin, it's a pretty good choice because you don't really want to have to be kicking gens when you're Oni. You want to be running around downing people all the time. So that this will help you keep pressure on people. Monitor will let you close in on people before they can hear your terror radius. So that's pretty good. It also synergizes well with Infectious Fright because you get that extra terror radius. So you can, like Infectious Fright, you'll get more procs out of it because people will be inside that radius because it blows up when you're in a chase with this perk. And then you have Barbecue and Chili, which just lets you kind of snowball after you get your hooks. So yeah, that's pretty good. We'll see what he does here. And hang on. Okay, let's back up here. Right here. Okay. So you might have caught it. It's around 20. Hang on. There. Right here. You see it? There is a Jake here in the corner of his eye. I'm not sure if he caught it. He might have. Because he does go after him. We'll see. I don't think he caught it. But he does manage to get a hit on Jake there. So yeah. See how he handles his chase. Yeah, he went for that slash. Not work out. Let me go back there for a second. And wait, let me look at chat. I'm gonna look at chat. I have my notes open and I'm looking at chat at the same time. So yeah, just give me a second. Game is broken. Oh yeah, okay. And we have some volunteers to be moderator. Okay. Give me a second then. Let me go back and appoint a moderator because I don't want bots in the chat. Give me 1 second. Add a mod real quick. Okay, we'll add you. There you go. Okay, so I'll just do one moderator, it's fine. Anyway, so yeah, like you can slash through these pallets. Sometimes it's like a 50% chance. Like you can see right here, it looked like Jake might have been trying to juke him, trying to bait his swing. I'm not sure. But I mean, just looking at the way he's oriented right now, it kind of looks like he's baiting the swing. So, and he does fall for it, but I think a lot of people might have fallen for it. It's fine. And that was interesting. Like this. So he actually right here, he bumps into Jake. Jake is like he thinks like you see how he's facing. He's facing that way, so he doesn't want Jake to know that he's going this way. So he winds up bumping into him. Jake makes a mistake, and that costs him his life. So yeah, pretty good, pretty good. And you can tell Tempo Rogue knows mind games and stuff because he's doing these kinds of tactics. Yeah, that's pretty good. Ooh, and he gets the hit on him. All right. He gets his blood fury up. He's chasing him down. That's fine. Okay, let's see what he does here. He's trying to do a mind game. Does not work. Does not work. Sometimes it's really just a 50-50 chance if it works or not. And he just takes it out. It's fine. Let's just activate Blood Fury here. Ooh, and he does get the kill. That nice 90-degree lunge. Awesome. Pretty good. And like, he downed him so fast, he doesn't really lose much charge with his Blood Fury. So that was a really good choice to use it there to catch up to him. Going back to pick up the blood from his chase, which is a good strategy. Alright, let's see what he does now. Right into the fall down. Yeah, see, okay. Hang on, let's back up there. So you'll see right here, Claudette actually pulls a line of sight juke. So as you can see, she actually goes back that way. So she totally she used this line of sight blocker to juke him. So that was pretty good. This here. Yeah, she totally whiffed that. It was really a 50-50 chance. Like he might have been able to get this. I think it's really just 50-50. You couldn't really know which way she was gonna go. So I think it was just luck. It was luck he missed it. Nice. That one's done. It's breaking a lot of balance here. Ooh. And Claudia makes a mistake there, waiting there. And he does not fall for the window bait. As you'll see right here, she orients herself to where it looks like she's going for the window, but he does not fall for it, which is really good. It's really a split-second reaction. Ooh, he gets that. See, he got the infectious right rock right there. He does not choose to pick her up. He actually goes after the survivor, and he gets the shack pile out of the way because of that decision. So that's a really good play right there. Really good decision. He tries to pick her up. Not gonna work. Alright, and I'll pause right here, and we'll take a look at that. So I think Tempo Rogue is doing pretty well right now. What do you guys think? Turn the volume down from the video. Yeah, I'll turn the volume down if it's too loud. Give me 1 second. On here, turn the volume down a bit. Might be too loud. Okay. Let me just look at chat a bit more. Let's see. Where's the accent? I don't have an accent. Yeah. I turned it down a bit. Yeah, I am doing a lot of commentary. Actually, let me turn it down even a bit more. Because I thought I would only talk when I'm pausing it, but I'm actually talking during the whole thing. So I turned it down a lot. Don't worry. Alright. And Jake, that's fine. See how he handles this loop. Ooh, nice. Yeah, that Jake made a mistake. He thought that he could get another loop out of that, but he couldn't. So you really have to make that decision how many loops you can get out of a pallet. And if you misjudge it, then you take a hit like that. So yeah, that was totally Jake's fault. And you'll see right here, he chooses to break the chase with Jake to break the pallet. And I think that was a decent decision. Like you can see right here. Hang on. Like Jake gets the vault, and he's like, I don't want to deal with that. So he goes and breaks the pallet. That's fine. And you can see him getting that blood. It's really nice. He's chasing that blood. One's right there. Let's see what he gets here. I don't know if he wants to go after that Claudette. Let's see. Oh, it looks like he's going for it. Ooh, let's see what happens here. Oh man, he totally fell for it. Oh, that was a beautiful window bait. So like, you can see right here, he's gonna pretend that he's going around the shack. But Oni is pretty big. Oni is a really big killer. So you can kind of tell what he's doing. So like, he pretends he's going, but she doesn't fall for it. And then she just jukes him right there and gets a nice window bait right there. That is awesome. So yeah. See how he handles it. Oh, and another juke right there. Let's watch that again. It's like she turns to the left, and then she makes him do that 90-degree turn, and she just totally jukes him right there. It's really good. But eventually he does get her, so that's good. Using that infectious fright too. Yeah, and that's really coming in handy. Like, every time infectious fright procs, he seems to get a pallet out of it, so. Yeah, so that's pretty good. He's just breaking pallets left and right. Goes back to pick her up, that's fine. Got that barbecue. Looks like he thought someone was here. I don't think anyone's here. Yeah. Where's going? Her. Adam here. Did not fall for that. Let's see what happens. Oh, nice, nice. Okay, so did you guys see that? He totally faked it. Alright. So, after he hits Adam, you'll see right here, I'll pause it. Okay, see, he's gonna pretend like he's gonna go up the hill, but he actually doesn't. And this causes Adam to run the other way. And because of that decision, he gets it down. So that's pretty good. Like this, like Tempo Rogue knows his mind games. I gotta give him that. Getting that blood. Let's see what for now. Let's see. I don't know. So I think this might have been a mistake, but you can see how he approached the shack. Like, right here. The shack pallet is broken. So if he's approaching it from this way, he gets a free pass to go to the open end of the map. You want to corner them. He should have went to the right, but instead he went to the left. And that was a mistake. Because now he has all of the loops of the map open to him. But let's see if he can pull this off. He pops Blood Fury here. Oh man, did you see how much he was turning? Like, Jake was turning left and right, really trying to juke him here, but he did not fall for it. Like, you can see the split-second reaction he had to have. It's crazy. It's really good. He's using that infectious fright again. Oh man. He's not giving them any breathing room. And that too. Like, you can see here, he's gonna go for the unhook. He unhooks him. And then right here, he has a choice. He could go for Adam or he can go for Jake. And he picks Jake because he's healthy and he has one-shots. So he'll get more value out of downing Jake. So that is also a smart play. Lots of smart plays here. Very good play. They picked him up. And you can tell these survivors, they aren't really noobs. They seem like they're high ranks. Because they're not just like scared of him. They're doing stuff while he's busy. Picking up their teammates, doing gens, juking him. It's not like a low rank game. So this is kind of like high rank play, guys. It's pretty good. And oh yeah, let me look at chat real fast. Voice. I mean, like, I don't what. This is my voice, guys. I mean, I have a slightly different voice for like my pre-recorded videos, but for my streams, I kind of just talk normally. So yeah. Plus, I read from a script in my my pre-recorded videos. So yeah, this is just kind of just how I talk. Still waiting for feet pics. Oh, thank you for the donation, by the way. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's kind of new to me doing it this way, but I think we're learning stuff. We're learning stuff here, so it's good. Yeah. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. I'm gonna scroll through chat real fast. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, we'll get back to it. Do you have a list of who you analyze? No, well, see, the thing is, I got a lot of submissions. I got a lot of submissions for critiques, but a lot of the people who send me videos, they aren't up to quality standards. These two people I'm reviewing right now had the 60 frames per second and 1080p I was looking for. So that's why I'm only doing 2 critiques this time. If I get more people with higher quality videos, then maybe I'll do more next time. But anyway, yeah. Let's get back to this. So let me see, where were we? They just picked him up, he just hooked him, so that's where we are. 3 gens left. And this looks like a death sentence for Adam. I'm not sure if he remembers, but the Tempo Rogue did break this pallet, so he's pretty much done here. He's done. Unless, yeah, he actually might make it to that pallet, actually. Yeah, he just might not have seen that pallet, but it's a pretty common spawn location, so I'm pretty sure he could have avoided that stun. If he just remembered that the pallets do stun between those rocks. But he's gotten a lot of pallets out of the way, so it's just really looking like it's in his favor. And this Jake just kind of ran into him. I guess he got scared because of his terror radius. He just made a mistake. So he's probably gonna die here. Let's see. Yeah. That was totally his fault. Oh man. Oh jeez, that's crazy. Okay, let me show you what happens here. Okay, so once again, Infectious Fright doing its job. You see the scream notification proc, and you'll notice he doesn't run for the scream notification. He runs towards where he thinks the survivor is going to go. So he thinks he's going to go to the hook. He makes his prediction, and he's right. He gets 2 downs as a result of that prediction. Let's see what he's going to do now. Oh. And just as the power expires, he gets the last down. Crazy. This was like a slaughter fest, this game. Insane. Just like non-stop downing survivors and snowballing with Infectious Fright. Ooh, but you do see someone had Unbreakable there. Let's get one kill, but yeah, they're all scrambling to pick up their friend there. But this game is definitely looking like Tempo Rogue's gonna win. I mean, it's pretty obvious at this point. They're just totally outmatched. There's just too much. There's too much uh, slaughtering going on. Yeah, that pallet's done. No windows, no nothing. It's done. An infectious fright again. It like, well, he doesn't have his blood fury up, so he's not going to go for them. Makes sense. Oh man, and he makes a mistake of just kind of running into him. It's crazy how much value he's getting out of infectious fright. It's just letting him snowball. It's ridiculous. And that is totally the end. Oh man. Oh. Kind of fell for that, but didn't really matter in the end. He really just murdered them. This was a game where he just murdered them. That's really all it was. So that's pretty much the end of this match. The rest is just him hooking people and stuff and looking for the last survivor. He does eventually find him and hook him, so it's fine. Just fast forward it a bit. So yeah, you get the picture. He definitely wrecked them. It was a wrecking. And he gives him a GG. No BM, which is nice. So let me just say, I think this is, and yeah, you can see the ranks there. They are pretty high rank, so it's a pretty good game. Actually, it was a really good game for him, a not so good game for them, but like overall, it's a good game to watch and to learn things from. So I think the biggest takeaways are like the pressure, the snowball potential with infectious fright. That's a big one. The mind games, like I don't know if I can just find one, but like you saw how many mind games he pulled off. Especially the one at the hill. I don't know if I can find it, but the one at the hill where he pretended to go up the hill and then it caused Adam to run to the right. That was a big one. I really like that one. And there really weren't that many mistakes made. I mean, you kind of got juked a couple times, but that's to be expected with Oni when you do Demon Dash and his lunge. So yeah, I think it was a good game. I think it's pretty good. So that kind of wraps it up for that one. Let me know what you guys thought about this game, and we're gonna move on to this one. This is a doctor game by Thanton DS. So we're gonna take a look at this in a second. Yeah, I talked about his build earlier, like at the very start. So yeah. Let me know what you thought about the Oni game. It was really good for the Oni, not for the survivors. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, thank you. Whatever you say for the donation. Are you gonna do a husbando tier list? I'm not really planning on it. I've been working on something really big that I think it's gonna be done in like a week. I've been saying that for weeks, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be done like a week. This next video. So yeah, I did want to. I did say I would stream this week, so that's why I'm streaming right now. So I am doing this. This is like my first of the critique live stream series, I guess. If it's a series, it might be a series. I don't know. It depends if you guys like it. Let me know if you like it. But yeah. So, and let me just look at a couple more comments before I start this one. What do I think about Resident Evil? I bought that. I bought Resident Evil Resistance. I was actually playing it just like hours before I started streaming here. It captures that Resident Evil 2 kind of vibe. I read some reviews saying it was really short and kind of disappointing, but I mean I'm having fun with it so far. But I do need to play through the whole thing to really make um, like an informed opinion about it. But so far it's fun. It's fun. Thank you. I don't even know what your name is because it's in another language. But thank you for the donation. Spine chill or adrenaline? I would say you know me. I love spine chill. I have to go with spine chill because adrenaline only does something at the very end. I'm not a big fan of that. I want something that'll help me survive all throughout the trial. So for me, it's spine chill, but for someone else, it might be adrenaline. They're both fine perks. It's just my preference. So spine chill it is. And if you want to submit a critique, just shoot me an email at painrelieversofficial@gmail. And if it's top quality, like it doesn't have to, well, it kind of has to be top quality because you guys are watching it. I don't want it to be low quality. Okay, it needs to be like right here, 1080p, 60 frames per second. This is what I want. If you can send me a video like this, I'll probably critique it. So yeah, just if you can do that, that'd be great. If you want your thing critiqued. So maybe one more question. Who is the killer? Maybe Leatherface, maybe? I don't know. I think maybe Leatherface is the worst. Mm, he's the worst. He like in my head, he's kind of the worst. But there might be someone worse. But he's pretty bad. All right, let's start this one. We're gonna start this doctor video. This is by Stanton DS. I'm not sure what his rank is, and let's take a look at his build. Kind of some weird icons, but give me 1 second. Thank you for the donation again. I can't read your name. I'm sorry. It's in different language. But can it be played on mobile? Um, Dead by Daylight? Yes. I think the mobile version came out recently. I'm not sure if it's out. I haven't checked because I'm not really interested in the mobile version. But yes, DBD is available on mobile, so you can try that if you want. Anyway, so looking at this build, we have Save the Best for Last. It's a decent perk. I'm not sure if it's the best perk on Doctor. Like it helps with ending chases faster, and you can use his shock therapy faster after a melee. So it can help you in chases. I'm not saying it's bad. It's a decent pick. Um, Also, none of these perks are rank 3, so he might not be that experienced, or maybe he's prestiging his doctor. I don't know. But yeah, these perks are not optimal, but they're still perks, so whatever. Whispers, I don't think Whispers is a great perk on Doctor because he already has a couple ways to find survivors on his own. Has his madness, his afflictions, his shock therapy. I don't think it's really necessary to run this. So yeah, and then we have distressing. Distressing's okay. Distressing, I think it works better on smaller maps, but it's not a bad pick. Not a bad pick. And barbecue and chili. It's just barbecue. You know how it is. It's decent on pretty much everyone. And of course, the 50% extra blood points recently, you kind of want to farm. So yeah, not the optimal setup, but you got a couple perks in there that are decent. Is that Nia? Not sure what she was doing, but seems like she's new. She should have been running the moment she screamed. It's pretty obvious. Yeah, I feel like that chase could have lasted a lot longer, but for some reason she did not vault that window. I don't know why. She just did not vault it, so that was an easy down for you. Let's see. Look. And you do see it right there. You can see a survivor peeking behind that pallet. Right. I'm pretty sure you saw it. You saw it. So, yeah. I think he saw it. I'm pretty sure he saw it. We'll see. Yeah, he definitely saw it. Alright, now let's see what he's doing now. So, I don't know about this decision. So, it's not always about mind games and stuff and using your power. Sometimes it's just basic decisions. Like, let's back up a bit. So, at this point, you see... let me back up a bit more. Alright, so we got barbecue right here, right? You got one survivor really far away. You're not gonna get to them before the aura fades. So you're not gonna know where they are. Your Static Blast is on cooldown. So what are you going to do? You don't really have any leads right now. The only lead you have on where Survivor is are these scratch marks. So logically, you should follow the scratch marks because you don't know where anyone else is. But instead, you kind of just wander off. So, yeah, I mean, I would have followed the scratch marks. But, you know, it's not like an awful decision, but that's the most logical thing I would have done. Just follow the scratch marks. Alright, so Static Blast there, that's fine. Ooh, she does not fall for that. Ooh, and you see that, you saw that? Right here. So, it looks like the Claudette knew you were going to shock it, so she actually ran around the window, because she knew if she ran towards the window, she'd be getting shocked, so that's a good play by her. Good play. Let's see what you do here. Ooh, that's a mistake. That's her mistake. Running into you. Looks like you tried a mind game there, but she does not actually go around that way. She is probably anticipating you would shock her, but you actually just mind games. You like try to swing through the pallet. It doesn't always work. Doesn't always work. Sometimes it's 50-50. And yep, looks like this would be the end of the chase, but she does make a mistake right there. So that is kind of her fault. She definitely could have gotten away. See, okay, you got the barbecue up. Alright, alright. This is smart, you know. 2 survivors right there. Obvious. You should be going to patrol this one. Alright. No scratch marks, so it's pretty clear. Yeah, she's right there. And that's a fine decision. Like, there were 2 survivors there, you only found 1. So I would expect you to check the locker. That's fine. That's fine. And oh yeah, let me check chat real fast. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this one so far. I'm just looking at chat right now. Give me a second. Yeah, icon packs. Yeah, this guy's using icon pack. I'm not sure why it's this icon pack. It's kind of weird looking, but it is what it is. It's fine. Let's see. Is Saboteur faster than Toolbox? No, it's not. It's either the same speed, or if you have add-ons, then it could be faster. Let's see. Yeah, Clown. Yeah, I think it might be Clown actually. Clown might be the worst killer. Although he's okay with add-ons, but Leatherface is also pretty bad. So yeah. Do a mobile critique? I don't know. I don't play mobile. Why would I play mobile if I have a perfectly good PC? I just don't see the point. Yeah. I mean, so far it kind of looks like it's an average sort of doctor game. It's not. He's not making any huge bad decisions yet, but yeah, it's not like exceptional so far. But we'll see. We'll keep watching. We'll keep watching. All right. All right. Let's see what he does here. Yeah. So that's decent. That's decent. However, well, let me tell you in a second. I got a donation. Thank you, Sam Too Saucy, for the donation. Daddy Payne, do you believe in love at first voice? Gosh. I didn't before, but I do now, because apparently you guys are showing me this. You guys are showing me, oh, I love you. You know, that kind of thing is so funny. So yeah, I'm a believer now in that. Anyway, so right here, it's like you do get the swing on her. It's an unsafe pallet, so it's fine. You could have gotten this with or without your shock, but it probably would have been safer to have just shocked her right here. Would have been safer, and like you could have gotten stunned here if she reacted faster. So I would have done a shock, but you still got her, so that's fine. It's fine. I'm fine with that. Let's see. My notes here. Yeah, yeah. Okay, and okay, so here you are. You got the barbecue up. You know someone's down there. So you're using static blast here. Now, hang on. Let's see what he does here. All right, maybe you can see with a mistake here, but right here. So he's using static blast, right? He sees someone down there. He doesn't really need to use static blast here. It's not necessary because he knows someone is on a lower level, but he still uses it. Okay. Okay. And you can tell, like this one right here. This scream, you can tell it's not down here, so she's actually on the stairs. She's going up the stairs right now because she knows you're coming down. So you shouldn't be dropping down here. You should be cutting her off at the staircase. That's what you should have done. But instead, you drop down, and then she gets a huge lead on you because of that decision. So, yeah, that was a mistake. Hmm. Here. Okay, so that was pretty good. All right, maybe you caught it. Maybe you guys caught it. Maybe you didn't. But look, like this is a different survivor. There are two survivors here. This one, he's not going for this one because he's too far away. So what happens here is he actually sees scratch marks over here, and he notices, oh, they're going this way. They're going this direction to the left. So he goes to the left, and then he finds one. So that's pretty good. Good scratch mark tracking there. Good tracking. All right, all right. So yeah, that's good. That's fine. However, there's a problem here. All right, we're gonna look at this again. Okay, right here. So here's what happens. There's a pallet to your right on this side, and the survivor is behind this wall somewhere. So what do? What should you do? You should stand here at the corner where you can see both sides of the wall, both exits, like this side and this side, and you should wait for the survivor to make a move. But instead, you give up the leverage you have on the pallet because you are closer to the pallet. You are right here, you're closer to it. So if the survivor moves anywhere besides the pallet, then you can basically catch her out. But you go behind it like this, and you let her gain access to the pallet like that. So you don't want to go behind it like that. You want to stay closer to the pallet than she is. But you gave that up by doing that. But you do manage to catch her out like that because her movement made it obvious that she wasn't going to circle around the loop. And that's her fault. That's a misplay by her, more so than it was the than hiding your red stain. It's more of a misplay by her. But still, it's a good job. It's a good job. You got it down. I'm not saying it's a bad job. It's great. Downs are great. And you know how to mind game. Like you're hiding your red stain well. You're getting those lunges in. It's decent. It's decent, man. It's good. So you got some strategies. Don't worry about it. But yeah. This is. I'm reading chat now. Are you reviewing any game or what? Just DVD content. These games are from you guys. Sometimes you send me gameplay through my email, so I do review that sometimes. This is my first live stream critique, and hopefully you guys are enjoying it. If you enjoy it, then maybe I'll do more. Maybe I will do more. That's what I'm saying. So yeah. But yeah. There's a number of things he could have done, but it's fine. He got the down. It's fine. Anyway, let's see what he does now. All right, so he notices this gen has a lot of progress on it. It's an interesting decision. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at this right here. So he kicks the gen. That's fine. Now, see, it's not just about getting downs and kills. It's also about using your power at the appropriate time because static blast is very powerful, very long cooldown, 60 seconds. So he's choosing to use it now. And, that's fine. He thinks that a survivor is down here. Maybe there is, so he wants to use Static Blast to find them. But here's what happens. So, watch. He actually uses his Static Blast when someone gets unhooked. So he knows two survivors are over there. And he kind of wastes some of the potential of the power because there's two survivors over there. He's only going to hit a max of two survivors with Static Blast. So, it's not as great a use of the power. Nice, nice. Let's take another look at that. So he's going to patrol this, and I think it was more just a matter of, I think it was more luck. He might have heard, like, you can hear survivors running through the grass, and their footsteps, you can hear that. So I'm pretty sure he picked up on either the scratch marks for a second, or he heard the footsteps, because I could hear the footsteps. So good job either way. Either way, good job. See what it does now. That's a good shot, but that's a bad swing. But she still makes the mistake of not throwing down the pallet, so you get that. I think a lot of these downs are actually the results of the survivors making mistakes. Because she definitely could have thrown that down, but she just didn't react fast enough. We got the barbecue up, that's fine. Looks like it's going for her. He's going to check on this one again. Yeah, because he could tell. He could tell that the gen, like, if nobody had touched the gen, it would have less progress on it. But he could tell just by listening to it that there was more progress on it. So someone has been here. He knows someone's been here. And he's checking the lockers. That is... See, now this would be okay. Let's see what happens next, though. So he does find someone there. That's fine. That's great. He found someone. But the issue is the order of operations. This is the problem. See, he checks the lockers first. That is an issue. Because she could have snuck away during the time he was checking the lockers. So, during this time, she could easily have just walked up the stairs or behind the gen or whatever. She could have been anywhere. But that was just a bad order of operations. That's what it was. And yep, good job. That's how it should be run. Alright. And yeah, so it looks like he's thinking about mind gaming, but he knows he can't because the way he's approaching the pallet, there's just no way to really... You can't really shock him. You can't really shock the Nia from this. Like, look at this. You can't really shock her. You can't really, circle around or anything without wasting a bunch of time. So he eventually realized that, which is good. Alright, and then she vaults the window. This is a really powerful loop, by the way. Sometimes, if a survivor goes for a really OP loop, you should just give up. You should just, ignore it and go for someone else. But we'll see what happens here. Looks like he's trying to fake his shock. Did not work for him. And she totally just abandoned that loop. She just said, nope, I'm not going to deal with it. Or she thought that he would think that she was going to use that loop, and she guessed correctly. So sometimes you guess correctly, sometimes you don't. And she got the correct guess this time. But yeah. So at this point, when a survivor is this far away, you can see how far away she is right here. You should give up the chase because it's going to take too long to catch up. It's going to take too long. You should go patrol gens or look for another survivor or do something else. This is going to take too long. But you continue the chaser here. I'm not a fan of this decision, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, yeah. And this, the reason he got this down, the reason this happened at all, is totally Nia's fault. I think these survivors are outplaying themselves, to be honest, because this is just a bad loop. This is a bad way, like the way it's being approached. Like you can see right here, the way he's approaching the loop. If it were from like this direction, he was approaching from the right or the left, things might be different. But he's approaching it from a direction where both sides of the pallet are just a short distance away. So he could easily shock both sides and she wouldn't be able to do anything. So the Nia kind of just screwed herself here. That's what happened. And then she winds up getting down because of her decision. Really just Nia outplaying Nia. That's what it was. And let's see, we got the barbecue up. Yep. That's fine. So, I don't know. I don't know about that. I think this is another instance of using Static Blast when you did not need to. So, like right here, you basically have line of sight of the Claudette you just shocked. And you could have just kept running, and you could have just followed her. You did not need to use Static Blast. It's totally unnecessary. But you did. So yeah, we'll just see. We'll see what happens. So yeah, you know she's somewhere. She's somewhere behind this stuff. They're completing those gens. Great. Do wind up falling victim to a line of sight juke. Yep. Probably not the best play. Yeah. And you might have missed it. I think he missed it here. But right here, you can see a survivor right there. And you totally just could have ran at them and gotten a free hit. It's really easy, but I think you just missed it. Which is, I mean, sometimes you miss stuff, it's fine. But she actually runs away, just like the Nia did earlier. Like, sometimes survivors will just abandon the loop. So yeah, that was just relieving that loop. But yeah, you can't always be swinging through the pallets, man. I would probably be using your shock therapy more, to be honest. You can use shock therapy to learn where the survivors are and where they aren't. So I think in the future, just use shock therapy more to gain information. You don't have to necessarily stop them from. You don't have to necessarily stop them from like getting to a window or pallet. You want to use shock therapy to figure out where they are. So yeah. Nice. Okay. That was the Claudette's fault. Let's take a look at this again. And wait, is the connection okay, guys? Let me see. Lagging. Double check the obsession. Rip internet. Okay. Well, I'm hoping it goes back to normal. Let's see. Let me just continue here. But right here, the issue, again, is the survivor made the mistake of trusting the short wall of this loop. So it was actually just her own fault she got down. A lot of these plays are just the survivors making mistakes. Okay. Let's see what you do here. Alright, so here we go. Let's take a look at this. So right here. You got barbecue up. You can see two survivors on the lower level of the temple. They're healing up. Well, let me go back. Let me just pause right at the moment. Okay, right here. Two survivors healing up. You know they're there. You don't need to use Static Blast. You don't need to use it. But you do. So. And let's see what happens here. It looks like you're making the same mistake again. Like they're getting shocked. They know you're gonna come to the lower level, so you should be cutting them off at the stairwell because there's only two ways to exit the temple. It's through the stairs. So you wind up making that mistake again. You can see they do flee up the stairs. So, or at least one of them flees up the stairs. We'll see where the other one is. Might have missed that. But you do come back, so it doesn't look like you missed it. It doesn't look like you missed it. If you watch carefully here, you can see blood right by the locker. So I think he eventually picked up that the blood wasn't going up the stairs, so he figured out that she was in the locker. So good job there. You did find her. Got that barbecue proc, so you know where they are. That's fine. Ooh, they do finish that gen. You get triggered from unnecessary shocks. Yeah. Yeah. So that's a pretty easy down from Nia. She probably should have ran for the pallet, but she did not go for it. Never her fault. And you can see the last survivor over there. So this game is pretty much wrapped up. Let's see what happens. Oh wait, hang on. Okay, so he's shooting static blast here to find her. Yeah, and she's pretty much done since there's really nothing left for her to do. She might find the hatch, maybe. We'll see. And yep, good job ignoring that unsafe pallet. And you ignore that pallet too. That's okay, I guess. It's kind of a safer pallet than that Meg. Yeah. This is a mistake by Meg, by the way. So she runs to the right, and she could have totally ran to the left and just vaulted over the pallet that that she dropped earlier. But she just goes down. I mean, it was kind of the end of the game. I don't think there was really much she could do anyways. But, yeah. And yeah, you just go for the Mori. So yeah, not a bad game. I think a lot of the things that happen here were like a lot of the kills you got were a result of the survivors making mistakes. Right. Let me pause right here. Okay. So yeah, a lot of this was the survivors make mistakes and you just capitalize on them, which is fine. Being able to capitalize on mistakes is a skill in itself, so that's good. But let's take a look at the key takeaways here. Hiding the red stain, swinging through loops, it's that can get you hits. So I'm not discounting that as a strategy, but you should do it more judiciously. Like think about when you're doing it. I think on smaller loops it's more effective. On larger loops it's not as effective. And I think you need to focus more on using static blast at appropriate times and predicting where the survivors are going when they scream, as opposed to just running to the location of where they are. Because there were a lot of times where you just ran where they were, like where the notification was, and that did kind of mess you up. They got a big distance gap on you because you were going where they were, not where they were going. And I didn't see too many instances where you use static shock, or sorry, shock therapy to help you end your chases. Like you shocked a couple times, but there weren't really any moments where your shock ended the chase. So if you could try working on those things, I think you will be in a better place in your future games. So yeah, but you know, it was a 4K. So overall, a good game, decent game, not bad, not bad. So yeah, and yeah, he does need to activate Windows. You can see upper right corner. It's funny. But anyways, I think my internet's apparently having problems again. So I'm hoping that like the replay looks better when I upload it. But yeah, Hopefully you guys enjoyed this critique. I'm hoping it looks good enough to keep on my channel. If it doesn't look good enough, then I'll probably just not upload it. But yeah, we'll see how it looks. And I guess I'm gonna call it for that stream for this stream, guys. We went over 2 games this time. I'm hoping you guys enjoyed it. If you did, then I might do more in the future. So yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I would stay for questions, but I apparently my internet is doing really poorly right now, so I'm probably just gonna call it. Yeah. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a comment to let me know you enjoyed it, and I'll do more in the future. So yeah, I'll see you around.